Nice. The void.
The Wabajack.
The Wabajack.
What?
Alice in Wonderland, sweetie.
The Jabberwock.
No, that's the general. Wabajack is Sheoldoreth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Cheese. Sorry. Wrong cheese.
Yes, there is a cheese here. You're correct.
Yes, hello cheese.
Hello, stream.
Help.
Welcome back to more Blackheart Paradox. Last time was a very RP-filled session. This session might go the same path, we'll see. Things are about to occur at some point.
I'm just pacing out front and thinking, leave me alone.
Don't worry, things will be fine with you.
I don't believe that for some reason.
They rescued people who were kidnapped. They met some fun people. Things were discussed. Sleep was had. Yeah, a lot of RP, a lot of bad came out of RP, and there's background RP.
There was a little bit of background RP, but it was Seraphina stubbornly bugging Leo.
Yeah, and there's a bad outcome from that, and that'll happen here in a little bit. No
bad outcome? Yeah,
I
mean,
fear
kinda.
for Nate right now.
That's where I was meaning.
That's a fair point. I wouldn't necessarily say it. Never mind.
Bad for Nate.
I would say bad outcome.
It's not like he
I'm
told
so
her what the
sorry,
deal was, right?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I'm in between crusading distance?
you are the crusading distance, and you might become part of it if you understood. But I don't know if Danika will understand.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
So yeah, we open up. Before Seraphina's back, does any conversation happen? People in room?
What is the vibe of this current situation?
Gail has an arm over Furry Cow and is like kind of huddled behind Furry Cow. I don't know what Nate's doing at the moment.
Nate just gave Seraphina all of the info that we got when we went to go and visit the people at the bar this morning.
Right.
And then she left to go talk to Leo.
I roll for initiative. I'm good here.
Fair game, let's go.
Okay, more to one. Here we go.
96 hit point kill is ready.
Okay. My controller let it face down. I'm assuming that's at least a 2.
Yes.
Cool.
So yeah, any conversing in here?
None that I initiate.
No, I don't think there's any conversation to be had here.
You guys are in the room. It's been a few minutes since Seraphina's left.
It was a good, 10-20 minute conversation.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since she left. Okay, Seraphina, how do you enter the room?
That is a good question.
As much as we joke, she is going to calmly enter the room.
Oh, that's almost more terrifying.
And close the door behind her. And just stand in front of the door. Nate?
Yes?
Couple questions. Mostly summed up in, what the hell?
What?
You tried to get Leo to agree to what?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
He told me that you two made a deal last night. And in trade, he got something out of it, and you got something out of it.
I think
Just
I know
gonna
what you
go
might be
over
talking
here
about.
and-
I love everybody just like moving away.
Well, Kel and Furry, Kel would have went to the door, but you're blocking the door.
She doesn't want Nate to leave. Just crosses her arms, raises an eyebrow, stares at him.
So, is there a specific part of this that you had a problem with, or just the general?
All of it? All of it was a problem. It was a little one-sided, don't you think? And you didn't even follow through!
Look, I was drunk. He was drunk. We were both
Apparently-
drunk. It was a terrible
But
idea.
I was told that it was before you were drunk.
It was while we were at the bar.
And
We were drinking. And I thought, how can I make it so that our chances of death are slightly lower?
you took advantage of him and tried to get him to take advantage of us!
How did I... I don't see how either of those things happened. So you'll have to explain it to me.
God. God help it. God's help him. Not even one singular. God's help him.
I recognize that the voice in Leo's head is not necessarily the goodest of influences. However, demanding that he tell us every time that she contacts him, not necessarily a great plan. Because I know what happens with teenagers when they're told, you know, you have to tell us everything. You don't do that! Second, seduce myself or Danika?
Okay, that part was I grant you that part was pretty stupid. But look, the point was just I knew he'd be trying it on with all of us, and he has been. Don't pretend that he hasn't. That part was more or less a joke. I was just more concerned about, the
He-
dragon goddess part.
He didn't take it as a joke, you idiot!
Also, trying what exactly?
Nate offered us up as secondaries after he slept with
I
Leo.
did not offer anyone
You
else about
did!
anything.
That is exactly what you
That's
did!
not what I did.
You basically challenged him to get into bed with myself or Danika!
He was already doing that.
Okay, let me... It is one thing when he, on his own, is doing it. He's just flirting and playful and things of this nature. It's never been... Don't challenge him for that! Are you crazy?
What do you mean am I crazy? That is the lowest stakes part of this whole thing.
That is not the... Says the man who didn't even sleep with him!
We were going to, and he got kidnapped!
I'm sorry.
That wasn't my fault. I was so drunk that his uncle had to wake me up with magic. Give me a break! I didn't plot this! You think I'm smart enough to plot this? I was improvising!
So, let me get this straight. Your entire plan was to sleep with him in order to get him to tell you things.
Plan is a strong idea. My entire idea. Continue.
I get your concern. I understand.
In hindsight, it was a bad idea. I can see I have made a mistake. Everybody is feeling a little bit emotionally fragile at the moment. I understand.
Do you understand? I apologize to headphone users.
Me too. Listen. I thought, in the moment, at the time, that maybe I could make it a little bit more likely that everyone around here starts trusting each other a little more, and we all live. Admittedly, it was a short-sighted plan.
I am short, Nate. Your plan was below my height.
It wasn't all that. Listen, you're just upset that I implied that he could get in bed with you later.
I am upset about multiple things, including the fact that if you were going to... You just said that you thought it was a joke. He obviously did not.
What did he get out of it? It's not like I said anything on your behalf.
You did! You basically
What did I say on your behalf?
He made a bet that he could get into bed with one of us! Are you kidding? That is such schoolboy material! I don't even understand!
Since when have I slept in a bed?
Just...
Okay. I apologize to both of you. I can see you're upset. I didn't think it would be so serious, but I can see I was wrong. When it comes to the rest of the idea, I just... it doesn't sit well with me that we have to worry about everything that Leo has going on and that we don't even know if it's going to be talked about. It didn't sit well with me then, and I came up with a fairly bad idea.
Fairly?
As a long shot at solving the problem. Look, imagine a world where you didn't even hear about this and it just worked out and it was all flowery and we would never have to worry about this again. And you can imagine what I was thinking at the time.
That would have required you to actually have followed through on your end, which he is
Well,
very...
that would have required an evil dragon to not have kidnapped Leo. Which is not your fault, and it's also not my fault. It's no one's fault. So what are we going to do? What do you want me to do? Other than apologize, I can see that that's probably in order, one way or another.
Yes, an apology would be a good start. Secondly, yes, I understand your concern. It is always going to be a concern in the back of all of our heads. It's just going to exist there. However, if you want him to tell you things, how about instead of trading sexual favors, you actually talk to him?
I just tried to talk to him. It did not go well.
Because you hurt him, and he's upset!
I am upset! Everyone is upset! You're upset! We're having a civil conversation. He's sulking. And I tried to get him in here. I did.
Okay, let me put this in perspective here for you really, really quick. You two had an agreement to do certain things, and he was looking forward to said things, and then you said no. How would you feel if that happened to you?
Yes, I understand. You're right. Look, the whole kidnapping thing was just a bit harrowing. And with everyone else there, a conversation elaborating on that wasn't really possible at the time. I suppose it's a good thing you found out. Probably would have taken us a while to work all this out between ourselves, so... I see what you mean.
Also, something else that he's told me. I need to ask you a question. What are your feelings about resurrections?
Can we have one difficult conversation at a time?
No!
Okay. Are you sure?
We are going to be traveling together for some time. I'd like to get things all out in the open all at once. Because currently there are multiple resurrections that have to happen. There was already a resurrection that happened. So I need to be aware of, do I need to expect you to want to revive us if we die?
Yes, of course I would revive you if you died.
Okay. Do you think that I should go after and try and help revive my brother?
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Then why the hell would you tell Leo that he shouldn't revive his father?
Because I think it was irresponsible of his father to ask it of him when we saw him. It made sense for Leo to want to do it independently. It made sense when we were doing it because we all just sort of got wrapped up in it together, but now that we have time to think... Look, that man, who we hadn't met until we ended up in the afterlife, by coincidence, by the way, went and got himself killed, all on his own.
He didn't go get himself killed. He was murdered in his own home, with his wife and his son.
Yes, and trying to get him back, one of us has already died once.
No, that was something completely different. And unrelated.
Yeah, I know, with your brother. Look, I'm just saying, unnecessary danger. Trying to get back someone who's been gone for that long. Do you not think it would be more healthy for Leo to move on and have his own life?
Well, considering this is his life.
I was just offering my opinion. I didn't say he had to do anything.
Cal. Be nice.
He's just standing there, kind of staring down.
I've got it. You can go sit down.
Mm-mm.
Cal, it's okay.
We get Leo's dad back. Leo been trying to get his dad back for many years. Not stop now.
It's not my decision to make.
It is dangerous. It's kind of what we signed up for when we continued to go together on this whole thing. And in all technicality, if you're fine with me going to try and revive my brother, you realize that's just as dangerous, if not more so. She'll sidestep. Like hell.
you know, wedges himself out and then kind of wedges furry cow out the door. Pulls the door shut.
You're worried about him, right? That's where the opinion came out of.
Yes, admittedly. It's like Cal said, he's been doing this years. And where has it gotten him? He doesn't sleep at night. Doesn't particularly trust us.
He has reasons.
I'm not saying that his father is at fault for what happened. But look at how things did go. What did his father ever do for him? I just think... I don't know. I suppose you're right. If we're getting your brother, there's no reason why we shouldn't get Leo's father. I should have thought about it more thoroughly before I said anything.
We're human and we make mistakes when we say things, but you have to be careful. Please. You obviously care about him, and that's great. But he has reasons not to trust you right now, after what happened, after what you've said.
Well, my opinion hasn't changed. Look, your brother, he was just traveling and he got wrapped up in something, the wrong things. Quite probably against his will.
Because
And
I
it
got
seems there's-
involved.
Okay, fine. So there's possibly, some personal accountability there. It makes sense that we're going to get your brother. We're involved because you're involved, and the rest of us choose to be involved because of you. But Leo has nothing to do with what happened to his father. His father was nothing like your brother, and the circumstances of their deaths were completely different. I could never, in good reason, ask you, standing here, to just move on from your brother. But if Leo can move on from his father, and it makes him more likely to live, and more likely to be happy, then I apologize that is my opinion of what he should do. I said a moment ago, it's not my decision to make.
No, but it is your decision to stay.
It is. So, if that's something that he's worried about, I'm going to make it clear that regardless of our decision, I am staying. If we are going to go and get him, then so be it. We'll go and get him.
Leo had diamonds already. He put them towards other things. He is generous.
I know.
There are other things at work. You want to make sure he doesn't die? Then don't do this. Don't make it seem like everything he's been working towards is for nothing and is a terrible thing. Again,
I
I
see
see your... Go ahead.
I think they just both said that at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You want Leo safe and happy, and so do I. And I know what's going to make him happy is what he wants.
Okay, Seraphina. I hear you. I'll try and talk to him again.
Give him some time.
Yeah, not now.
You
I'll just talk
messed
to him a little
up.
while.
You messed up very, very big. Technically, we've all had problems, but we all need to figure out how to do this teamwork thing. I don't think any of us really know how to.
Well, yeah, if we're gonna keep this up, it's a good idea. I'll talk to him later. And I'll try and be, gentler. This time.
Use your head. That's all.
Well, that didn't work out particularly well last time.
No, you were using some other part of your brain that was not thinking at all. To be fair, it happens when emotions kind of run high, and after the last few days, understandable.
What do you think I should do? When I talk to him.
She just kind of shrugs. Just be his friend. Don't try and tell him what you think he should do.
Alright. Fair enough.
If he asks for your opinion, then that's one thing, but don't just give it because you think he needs to hear it. And think about your opinion in the long run before you say it.
I don't regret sharing my opinion.
I'm sure you
But
don't.
I do regret how it happened. And what's happened now. And a few other things, so thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fix it up. And if this is you sharing your opinion, you ought to do it more often.
This is me stating facts.
I think we've gone a little bit beyond the facts. But it was helpful.
When everyone is ready, he wants to still go talk to the person with the job.
Wait, he managed to get him on the job?
The one with the map, the one you brought information back from?
Yes, I wanted him to come in and talk about it when I saw him at the door, but I didn't have any luck.
We agreed to do a job, and we're just going to go talk and get more information about it from the direct source.
Good. Good.
He's
Alright. I'm ready whenever.
sorry for the yelling.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I have a question.
Answer.
Nate, did you sit on the remainder of that bed?
Yeah. I know, it's the demolished one.
Roll me.
Oh no.
Roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Da-da-da-da. Oh, 10.
10's actually high enough.
Cool.
When you sit, you swear you smell something most foul. And it takes you a moment to it takes you a couple seconds to figure out what it is. And you look down at the mattress after you sit, and you notice there's a big dark splotch in the mattress.
He's just...
Fun fact, yes, I already had that planned, that furry cow peed on the bed.
He's just gonna go to the...
It was better than what I thought.
It was not poop, I promise. This time.
Maybe no cape today. Maybe the cape...
It was a defense mechanism because there was anger. When Seraphina walked in the room, Furry Cow might have gotten slightly frightened. You scared the piss out of Furry Cow.
Whoops.
You know, I feel like, well, Nate's in there. Right, now, very, very important question.
Yes.
How is this whole sleeping with us thing bad, and how pissed off should I be?
What do you know about sex?
Can Nate hear this through the door in the bathroom?
Yes.
Oh,
Would that be a history check?
Oh God.
Pain.
Oh no.
Very important DM question.
Hmm?
Would that be a history check?
What?
To figure out what she knows about various actions.
Maybe? I probably.
Fair.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll me a check. Actually,
Alright.
no, it'd be more of just a straight history check.
Just straight history? Okay.
Not history, intelligence.
Oh,
Damn, I
straight
can
brain.
speak.
You got it. 7.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
One of many
It didn't
things
sound
they
good.
don't...
It didn't sound favorable. That is the most you can think.
Oh, God. One of many things they don't teach the village omen, and it did not sound pleasant.
Basically. No. It's not something you offer up. And I'm not going to be the one to explain birds and bees. That's not my, No,
She has this look you was going like, how the fuck is that related?
Metaphor, sorry. One of the... Danika, I've got a question. Did you mention to Leo about your problem with the cave or anything like that?
She did
Clear
not.
brain is potato.
She stood there outside and then went in.
She will think a moment. I don't think it came up.
Okay. Because you never said anything, or...
I do not remember saying words now.
But you said things to Nate and myself.
I was gonna get to Leo. But it felt like that they had a conversation to have. I need to go tell him, don't I?
Well, I already told him. He was a little upset that you didn't tell him. Because you were out there and then didn't, and...
So, what, I need to learn how to apologize or something?
Not so much. I mean, yes, apologize is good. You know how you can talk to me? Pretty decently, kind of.
When I can understand you?
Uh-huh. You know you could probably do that with Leo too, right? And Nate, to be fair, but... I know, boys are boys, but...
She looks like she's having a hard time following the logic of this conversation.
Okay, what do you normally do when you're friends with someone or you trust someone?
The player in the background wants to say, I don't know if that's a Danika question.
I'm not entirely sure either, but you know, I'm just gonna try and get to Danika's level and go from there.
Hey. Neither of those have really come up.
Okay, so we're starting from ground zero. Okay,
I didn't hear the sirens.
Okay, you know how you told me things about yourself and about other things and have offered to teach me some stuff and everything like that? Do you not want to do that with Nate or Leo or anyone else?
I mean, I guess it's a useful thing to everyone to... There are some useful things everyone needs to know.
Yes. Including stuff about yourself that apparently Leo has asked about? Outside of the flirting, that's Leo.
That's also still something I don't understand.
It's fine. I don't I don't know how to explain that particular part to you. Well, I'm awkward. That's about all I can tell you about that.
You see her pause for a second. Wait.
Yes?
Is that the thing where he keeps calling me cute for some reason?
Yes!
What the fuck does that mean?
I would compare it to, like, a small animal, but you would consider it food. Do you know what the word pretty means?
No.
Oh, gods. Next bookshop that we go to, I need to find a dictionary. He compliments you in a very, very flattering way, and in a very specific way, in order to kind of match up with you, or at least attempt. I don't want to use the word mate, because that doesn't seem right. But I feel like that might be something you understand, and I don't know. Listen, I don't know, man. She's trying her best out here.
Yeah, like, she's just getting... She has this, like, glazed over... I don't get what you're saying, but it's like... How... Let's just... What was the point of this conversation before?
Point is, the talking thing you do with me, do more with Leo and Nate too. Not just being weird and trying to stop conversations when you feel uncomfortable. Sometimes the uncomfortable conversations are important. Also,
You'll
you
just keep
might...
ignoring me if I don't, right?
Kind of. It kind of happens that way. Occasionally. At least on my end, apparently, because I like to know things about people. Also, you might find that you have a lot of things in common with people that way.
Right.
It might also, let me see if I can put it, might also help you know how to be useful and how they can be useful to you. Does that make sense?
There's a Bringe nose pinchy. It's going. Yes, that makes sense.
Okay.
Like that look of going like, okay, fuck you, but you're right.
Small Bean found the thing! I know things are confusing, but everyone has a different area of expertise, and it's easier to know what their expertise is when you talk to them and you tell them what your things are and what your life is like and stuff. Like we do. You figured out what I can do to be useful to you by talking to me, right?
For the most part.
Then expand. I believe in you. I know it's hard, but
You are lucky the word condescending is probably too big for her dictionary.
What would you say if condescending was not too big for her dictionary, and I gotta know now.
That's the problem. That was my first thing. I was going like, fuck, no. Work. She's just staring at you. Are you trying to talk down to me right now?
No! I'm trying to explain something in a way you'd understand. Because I know social
Alright.
stuff is difficult for some people. Like, I find
Okay.
it difficult. And I'm going to stop talking now because I think I'm starting to run around in circles.
Right. Fuck it, I'll attempt if it makes you less annoying.
She just kind of smiles. Depending on who you are, depends on which version of Seraphina you get, apparently.
Fine, it's fine. So, we are going outside now?
When everyone's ready, which I don't know what Nate's doing in the bathroom. He's been in there for a minute.
Do you know how difficult it is to get piss out of a cape?
Why are you pissing on your cape?
I'm sorry, did I scare you?
Would you like to know how difficult it is to get piss out of a cape?
I know wizards that can get it out.
No, by all means. Because I've been scrubbing for 10 minutes!
Sounds like you need a new cape.
Okay, we're going no cape today. I give up.
Does Mama Leo have to come and clean your stuff for you?
Maybe. He's hopeless.
So, while that was going on,
Mm.
everything in there. Oh, it had been a little bit since Seraphina had left you outside, Leah.
Mm-hmm. He is
After that,
sitting at this point, staring at things. Don't worry about it.
after a little bit, you would hear like clopping of hooves and heavy footsteps. As Kel would, as if you look up, you'd see Kel and Furry Cow coming out the front door.
Yeah. I'd probably acknowledge, but kind of go back to what he's doing when he doesn't see anyone else.
They'll start brushing Furry Cow, then after a few minutes, Seraphina made Furry Cow pee.
What'd you do? Scare it?
She came in angry, yelling at Nate, and Furry Cow peed on bed.
In my defense, I told her she did not have to say anything. But she still did, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, she yelled at me a little bit too.
That's fair.
It's kind of scary when she's angry.
I took Furry Cow to corner and hid behind him. Danika also backed away from her.
I think he'd look up now.
Because it's funny, Danika did shift away. It's like, nope.
Yeah. It was
It's
either
like-
that or she was just saw this was going to be interesting and she decided, you know, I'm going to be comfy on this bed.
He has this look of pure disbelief that Danika backed away.
Couldn't tell if she was scared or not, but she backed away.
I'm glad I didn't follow her back inside.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if he would say anything else other than just kind of wait now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cal's just brushing furry cow.
Ow. It's fine. He's staring at a picture and holding a little ball. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is fine.
Sorry, I'm also still yelling at the kids to go to sleep.
Fair. Yeah. Those who are still inside, how's pee cleaning going?
I think they were getting ready to leave. I think he was just going no cape,
Fair.
right?
Yeah. No cape,
Yes.
Nate.
No cape.
No cape, Nate.
He'll roll better now.
Yeah, maybe. We'll
You
see,
know,
we'll see
maybe.
how first that cape is.
Well, you see, there's a reason most superheroes don't do capes anymore.
Exactly.
You get caught in turbines. They spontaneously combust.
We shall see.
You wear them and you understand you will never be as cool as Batman.
Apologies, what have I missed?
Oh, we're
We are
waiting on
getting
you
ready.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leo's sitting
Leo's-
staring at things waiting.
Yeah, Leo's staring
And
at
you-
stuff. Cal is brushing furry cow. Told Leo how Seraphina scared the pee out of furry cow.
Impressed Leo with how you seemingly discomforted Danika.
No, I wasn't impressed. It was disbelief that she actually did it.
It's like, wait a minute. No, none.
Mhm.
Seraphina has skills. They're not always present, but sometimes they happen.
Yes. Onward to the outside world. Shuffleboard powers.
Yes.
Go! Oh,
Over
too
here.
much. Okay, almost enough shuffle.
Yeah, I'll look up when you guys walk out.
Hey, you ready?
I'm just waiting on you.
Sorry, took a little bit longer. Somebody got pee on their cape.
Yes, I took an unfortunate seat on one of the beds and got unlucky. So here we are.
Mm. He's going to tuck the picture back away in his hat and put the little ball away in his pocket.
Hmm.
I don't think Seraphina's seen the picture yet. I don't know. I think the only
No.
one who's actually officially seen them was Danika. And even then, she didn't get like a close look at him.
Seraphina's just kind of tilting her head at him like the, are you okay?
He does not acknowledge that look.
Oh. Pinning that.
It's fine. Nothing to worry about.
Uh-huh. Sure.
She could ask what it was, but, you know, he's waiting. He doesn't have the map. He can't lead. No
Yeah.
one gave it to him.
She pulls out the map. Right. Ready to go?
I now resize that because did the thing. Yeah, who's leading unless you're giving it to me?
I think it's better in your hands. I am terrible at direction.
Right. Yeah, I'll take the map and look at it.
Yeah. It's basically a map of the city, and it shows a path that kind of leads to a building that is just like rapidly circled multiple times.
Hmm.
And this building is like only far like western outskirts of the city,
Okay.
like almost right up against the wall.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Real quick while it's fresh
Sorry.
in my brain, writing things down.
Yeah, he will
No,
start
like,
heading that way then, unless somebody says, I don't know. He's just gonna start walking.
Yee.
how long of a walk we talking?
Well, he said it was a far point. I'm pretty sure it's a while.
Yeah.
It's like the farthest point of the city, like western edge, close to the western gate of it. So, and making your way, and
Yeah.
initially you have
Over.
to take, you have to take like multiple turns.
Okay, baby.
Huh?
No, okay. Take my blanket with you. Okay, hold on, guys.
Mm-hmm. No worries.
All the rest of your day. Fuck. I hate that. That's always my first go-to.
Right, listen, it happens.
Oh,
We all have the lyric triggers. You have
Yeah.
that one set of words that immediately triggers that one song all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
What I hate about it. Sorry. Different off-topic discussion. Hakuna Matata.
Are you guys
Okay.
coming with? I assume.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
but
the plan.
Yeah.
Because he was not taking the animals, so.
You guys can make your way as far as through the city. You know what? After about 20 minutes of walking, we'll make perception checks.
Oh god.
Sweet.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
do
number.
just a straight roll for him because he's kind of doing a back and forth between the map and paths, so he's kind of half paying attention rather than
Mm.
full.
No, not that one. This one.
That's a number. I dropped this number
Pers-
here.
Perception?
Yep, perception.
We can't.
Amazing, Drag.
That's fine. That's normal for him.
Oh,
He doesn't, every time he doesn't have advantage, he rolls really shit. I'm just pointing this out.
You know, fair.
He still rolls shit even with advantage because it's only +3. He's just not the most perceptive person in reality.
I concern them.
Well, continue walking on.
That's concerning. Okay.
Especially
Wait,
when Danika
even-
can't roll higher.
Oh, jeez. That's concerning.
All
Yeah,
I'll
fine.
say is something fairly beat Danica's.
Oof.
Literally by 1.
Oh, jeez.
Rip.
Sadness.
Yeah, you guys continue. You don't notice anything. Just,
Just
obviously-
nosing on down the dusted trail.
Uh, sorry.
All good.
They are
Hmm.
being very loud and annoying tonight, apparently.
I'm sorry, hon.
Well, they're fighting, which doesn't help me, and I am trying so hard not to go in there and just, like, put them both in a corner where I can see them till they fall asleep.
Oh, jeez.
That is how mad I am right now.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, you guys continue making your way. Obviously, you just see people and everything else as far as people's days have been going already. You pass a couple of shops that catch your eye for strange reasons, because they have, like, strange things hanging in the windows, but yeah, it's just interesting things. This is a more... Let me back up slightly in what I'm saying here. Once you get to the western side of the city, things begin to take a turn of not as much like how the one side of the city you guys have been on has been kind of more modern, like larger buildings, kind of more populated and stuff like that. These are more rural type buildings, more kind of, I don't know how to describe them other than this portion of the city looks a little more rundown. You continue walking, and that's why I say some of the things in the windows hanging up are catch you off guard. You see, like, meat shops have, like, deer legs hanging in the window.
I don't think that would actually be that weird for Leo, in all honesty.
Well, more weird to others. This would be something Leo and Kel would probably be used to as far as passing through, like, the little small, like, villages.
Well, he hunts, too. He kind of, he's used to that kind of stuff. He's not...
Yeah. Yeah, you continue making your way, and eventually you do get to this it doesn't look like a very big building. It looks like it's maybe 2 stories high. But the way it is, you see, you know, I'm going to do it this way and just kind of do a short little sketch of the front of the building on the board here.
Okay.
You see, let's see. Like I said, I changed the color.
You didn't hit
Tabletop.
confirm.
I also hit the freaking eraser. Apply. I see what I didn't do.
Ah.
So, for instance, if you like front of the building, you'd see door. Wait. Door. Window.
Okay.
And then you'd see the second floor of window. Window. It doesn't look very wide. And it doesn't look like it goes very far back either, because it kind of butts up against the wall. Which also the wall butts up against the side of a, like, mountain.
Well, looks like this is the place.
That's interesting.
Just gonna walk up and knock on the door.
Alright, give me 1 moment.
That thing can still be called a house, right?
I think.
How is it not? Like, wait.
It's fair. The Seraphina's just like, weirdest house I've seen.
You need to go out traveling more.
What do you think I'm doing?
Sorry, I want to make sure I find the correct image I had saved here.
Oh, good.
Apparently, I failed to rename it. It is still just whatever the thing was that it saved as. This is why I usually rename my stuff.
Well, yeah,
I
your
mean,
best
stuff.
the best advice I can give you is either have it ready somewhere where you can just quickly snatch it, or actually name them, because not having the name ready first off is not a good idea with tabletop stuff, because trying to find the pictures is too much of a pain otherwise.
Well, like I said, I usually name it. I usually do.
Well, that's what I said. Save it somewhere where you could just grab it, even if it's a temp folder.
Mm-hmm.
I do that all the time, where I'll make a new folder if I'm just gonna have like a bunch of shit I'm gonna upload.
Fair. Ah, there it is. Found him.
Ah.
I'm gonna rename this real quick while I'm thinking about it. You knock, and after a few moments, you hear something get knocked over. A zapping sound. One moment.
You okay in there?
I'm fine. One moment. The door opens, and what you see is... Well, first, you see a metal arm kind of reach through. Well, the door opens, gets caught on what appears to be like a chain, and you see like a metal arm kind of reach up and undo it.
Okay. When it loads for me.
Yeah, the door opens up, and
Oh, good.
this is the figure you see.
Hi.
Hello? I wasn't expecting visitors.
Just had a couple questions for you about your egg hunt.
He slowly begins to shut the door and just kind of... You hear like a thud as like a boot gets pressed up against the door. Who are you? You're not from the University of Animal Research, are you?
No, we're some idiots who took a contract and wanted more answers on it.
Seraphina's just behind Leo, staring up at the sky, looking at all of his stuff, just like, what?
Glances at Seraphina. Looks at the guy. Don't let her touch your stuff.
Hey!
No touching.
I'm not.
Kind
I'm
of
sorry.
pokes his head out and frantically looks back and forth as far as down the road. Quickly opens the door. In.
Oh, you heard the man. Come on.
Inside we go.
Yeah.
Like, there is the angsty teenage sigh.
Jesus.
Seraphina's entering with like both hands clasped in front of her to show like, I'm not touching anything.
He kind of steps
Oh,
aside.
sorry, I grabbed-
to enter the door.
Convenient.
Steps
I'm
aside as you
sorry.
enter the door.
Hmm. Do we have to step over anything?
You do. You'd have to step around some like broken glass, some books, some strange liquid that has small little streams of smoke rising off of them.
He'll step over the books and the liquid. The glass he gives no fucks because he wears fucking boots.
I'll shut the door, and before you have a chance to turn back, you hear a bunch of like clunking and other types of noise that you didn't hear when he opened it. You turn and look at the door, and you see like 5 locks, 2 chains.
Paranoid?
I was trying to find my research. He walks over this way.
What do you research exactly?
Things that people like to think are lies.
Like...
Have you heard about the fish that flies in the sky?
Okay, let's ignore the conspiracy stuff here for a moment. Back on topic. Egg.
What kind of egg? I have fish eggs, I have chicken eggs, I have
no.
dinosaur eggs.
The one you want someone to retrieve for you?
Okay, you have to be more specific. I have dinosaur eggs, I have kraken eggs, I have Tarask egg, I have...
Those are all what you want retrieved for you?
Oh, only one of those have turned in. Which one were you talking about?
I would like to confirm whether or not it was actually a Tarask, first of all.
I saw a very, very large creature, much bigger than a dinosaur, exit a cave.
Mm-hmm.
Had
There are
spines all over its body.
Okay.
Walked on 2 legs, had kind of shorter arms compared to most creatures.
I don't think
Huh?
Leo knows enough about dinosaurs to know whether or not it was actually that or not.
Yeah.
Can Seraphina try and, like,
Go
sift
Go
through her brain?
Roll me a nature
It's
check
gonna be
with
like-
disadvantage, because that is a...
It's gonna be like a fucking, like, T-Rex with, like, spines or something, watch.
Like, it's not, like... Here's the other thing. She's just like, how is the Tarask just existing somewhere? Like...
Not far, apparently, too, at that.
Yeah. You said disadvantage?
Mhm.
I only got a 10.
Like, Leo's concern is, how has no one else seen this thing? Usually, if it was
Yeah.
that close by, more people would be worried.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
just
with a
appear.
It was a 10. No.
And you're the only witness to this, correct?
I was the only one out there.
Uh-huh.
How far exactly was this sighting?
He'll look at the contract.
Oh boy, what was it? And here's where you might have to help the DM slightly.
I
Oh.
can't remember. I know you said it wasn't that far.
I think it might have been like 20 miles, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking
not
it
terrible.
was either that or
but-
25.
It's
'Cause
either
we had
20,
the
it was either
other-
20
it
or
was either
25.
that-
The other one was...
Yeah.
The fort was like 10 miles out.
Hmm.
Yeah, so about 20...
Are still
25
not
miles
far.
to the northwest.
Uh-huh. And you know, those things are pretty big.
Very.
You would think somebody
Very
would have
big.
seen this besides you.
Okay. If you don't bother them, they don't bother you.
I'm not sure that's how that works. Because
Okay.
Seraphina has, like, knowledge
they
of these things.
super destructive?
End of the world destructive.
They can be. If you piss them off.
And you want us to steal an egg, wouldn't that be considered pissing it off? And you're 100% sure, or are you just assuming because it was bigger than a dinosaur?
And how... You've seen a dinosaur before?
You haven't?
Looks at Leo like,
Is there even the remotest chance Danika would have seen one with being a child of the forest?
I don't even think they exist technically. It depends on the campaign and timeline. They're not exactly a normal creature that just exists in a D&D campaign.
Okay. Here's what I want to say. Danika, no.
Okay.
I need that clipped. Danika, no.
All of you, no. You've seen them in books. Those of you that have looked in, but you've seen them in books.
Yeah, they're pretty ancient, even in D&D terms.
Yeah, that's why Seraphina herself is just like, this doesn't. Smoke out of ears. She just doesn't.
I was far away. There was a lot of mist, and I saw big, scaly creatures, about 20 feet high. Some
And
with very long necks, some with long tails.
Don't dragons look like that, though?
These didn't have wings.
Well,
that
not all of them do.
there are some that don't.
They also had really small heads. Some of them.
Do you perchance dabble in herbs and alchemy?
He kind of turns his head and looks at some shelves behind him. You know, now that you mention it, I do need to pick up more supplies.
Looks at Leo. I think I know. I think I know what's going on.
Oh, I've had those trips before.
You see him kind of... He's just sitting... And you now begin to notice. He's flopped down on something. You thought it was a chair at first.
Uh-huh.
It's a pile of rags and books and...
What does it
like
smell like in
files.
here?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception. See if you
Like,
can
we have
identify
to
it.
check for this?
We have
It's
the
more
two
one of those
alchemists in
To
here.
see if you can identify it is the thing. Or to see what is mostly there.
My perception's not good.
Okay, actually, hold on. Let me look at your skills real quick, see if there's anything else.
Dirty 20.
You know what?
Is there
Could
something else
Is
Seraphina
there
could
such thing
use?
as like a scent-based investigation?
No,
Technically,
unfortunately.
If it's perception, it's perception. Like anything wisdom based, I'm not going to. It's no good. So if it's
Yeah. No.
He's just trying to see if he smells like any familiar smelling poisons or anything like that. He's dabbled in enough stuff and experimented on himself enough. He knows
Here's
that.
what I'll say.
Seraphina got a 3
Because,
with perception.
okay, well, here's what I'll say. Because there is the thing of when trying to see if there's anything wrong with a room, you roll perception because you're not really looking for something specific.
Yeah.
Or you roll investigation if you're looking for something specific. If you're more trying to focus on finding a specific type of...
Perception, unfortunately, does label as hearing, smell, things like that, so...
Okay, fair.
There's no intelligence thing
That's more
that
to
can help the
identify
situation.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
once you point it out.
It's more like finding traps and stuff like that, because you're actually...
Yeah. It's a more close study of things.
Gotcha.
Like, she can see the stuff.
I rolled
like,
a dirty 20, by the way.
Yeah.
Is there...
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get to. It's a dirty 20. You take a whiff, and you're sitting there. Couple smells cross your mind, well, across your You smell like the very you smell like this corrosive material, which is kind of behind you. And when you kind of glance back, you see where that liquid had been. You see kind of like burned indents in the ground. So you can tell right away, okay, that's acid. You also smell like a kind of a burned type smell. That one's kind of just hanging around. Also with your dirty 20, other than just smell, you do see him, as he's just sitting there, he kind of just absentmindedly reaches into this larger cup that's kind of just sitting on, again, this just stack of, like, folders and books. It's very precariously stacked. Kind of reaches and grabs something and pops it in his mouth. And with a dirty 20, I swear it slightly looks like a mushroom.
He is just going to mumble under his breath, but loud enough for these three to hear. I think he's high.
Just nods.
No, he seems to be around 5 feet.
No.
Correction's about 5'6".
Sweetheart, no.
You see him kind of turn back in his seat and kind of look at, which you now see, this like hole here. He turns like strains his neck. What was that, Charles?
Who's Charles?
Oh, okay. Friend,
Who's
you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Go on, Seraphina. Go say hi to Charles.
You?
Sure.
You
You
walk
just walk
over.
up to the hole.
Huh?
To
You
the
just
hole.
walk up to the hole.
Yeah,
The hole.
she's just gonna go over there and peek.
You don't see anything.
Huh?
It's kind of just a void.
I love that she's still like 5
You
feet
see-
away from it.
You see
Absolutely.
nothing through this hole. Like, do you have dark vision?
She
no.
is a halfling. The answer is no. She has a little boop boop boop.
Yeah, you don't see anything. It's like black in this hole.
I don't. What am I supposed to be seeing?
Well, you can't see anything there, silly girl. You have to poke your head in it.
Huh?
Oh, please, have you... Have these teachers taught kids nothing? He kind of crouches down, just pokes his head in. Charles! And you just hear it, like, muffled slightly. Like only his head is through it. Charles, there's a girl out here that might poke her head in and say hi. Pulls his head out. See? And when he poked his head through, you did not see his head.
Now, this is the one time I think I'm actually going to take some advice and maybe not put a body part into a place that's potentially dangerous.
He is going to tell Felicity to poke her head in and see if it's safe because he could just resummon her.
God, this is going to be interesting. So, Leo, something that's never happened as far as with Felicity. You've never really been able to see what she sees.
He's never tried to be fair.
No. She pokes her head through. And Seraphina, same thing. You see her head kind of vanish. She quickly jets backwards. And
Oh,
Leo,
that's not
in your mind, a vision flashes
Oh no.
Oh no.
of a giant yellow eyeball just zoop, like opening and then blinking, and that's when she backed out.
He's just staring at the hole with this look of, what the fuck?
When I say giant, it was massive.
What you got in there, buddy?
A friend.
That's a pretty big eye for something so small to poke your head in there.
Well, you don't want friend getting out.
What is it?
Charles, what are you again? Kind of pokes his head through. Uh-huh. Ah, yeah, uh-huh. Okay. Pulls his head out. He does not wish to divulge that information for fear that you might try and kill him.
Then I think we should probably go. I just...
Will it try to kill me if I go ask it myself?
One moment. Pokes his head through. Uh-huh. Okay. He said no.
Can I insight if this is true or not?
Go ahead.
Oh god, this is dumb.
Now he's curious of what the fuck is this thing? That's actually not a bad insight. 21.
Telling the truth.
Just gonna look at Seraphina, I'm like, should I go do it?
She's shaking her head like, no. When the curious bean is like not about it.
I think I'll just let Charles there live in peace without worrying about strangers. How about that?
Okay, that's fair. So, the egg.
Uh-huh.
How do you like your eggs? Scrambled, sunny side up, fried?
Are you wanting to get this egg to eat it or research it?
Research it, and then maybe eat it.
And this is where the second thoughts come in.
Just slightly.
You two could give a damn opinion here. As he's looking at Danika now.
I vote we leave. I believe that makes 2 votes.
You notice his arm kind of spark.
That's...
Huh?
I'm...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
Nothing to worry about. It's normal.
When you say uh-oh to something, that's usually not a good thing.
We're gonna go. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
Appreciate it.
You unlock
Bring
the
me
door?
the egg.
Totally.
Charles, I don't think they're gonna bring us the egg. Okay.
Can you try to
Charles said
figure
that's
it
fine. He doesn't blame you.
out?
He'll stand, kind of like hop up quickly and just kind of walk over to the door.
He is not going to risk his life if it is a Taras just for this man to eat it.
Yeah.
He'll just like very rapidly undo all the locks and everything.
If it was actually just to research it and possibly like do something with it, like legitimate, no, not eat it.
Bye.
Bye.
Also, tell your kobold friend he doesn't have to hang out outside next time.
Huh?
Sure.
Mind you, Leo, like, okay, as he was walking out, he is writing on the contract that he is going to return, by the way.
Uh-huh.
this man wants to just eat the egg, don't take this. And he's gonna go return it with that note on there. What?
Something about a kobold?
Yeah, he's already shut the door and... Yeah.
He's gonna look around.
Yeah.
Roll me perception checks.
I know what a kobold is.
Roll me a... Oh, God. Ask me all the weird things to roll for.
He knows it's out here, so if he doesn't spot it, he might yell and see if they'll answer, but...
With that roll, no matter what my modifier would be on any kind of roll, a 3 plus whatever is not going to answer me what's kobold.
Probably
not. You said perceptions, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Not terrible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No!
Okay,
It's fine.
you know, maybe the cloak did something.
Nate was just like so distracted by the fact that we almost got ourselves killed just for a man to have a meal.
You don't...
He's a little taken aback.
Now, do you see anything?
Oh, what? This kobold is sneaky.
Hey, you've already been called out. You might as well step out.
You don't hear anything?
Okay. Plan number 2. You come out or I send the big thing here looking for you until he finds you.
Friend?
Yeah, a toy.
Toy?
Can that be an intimidation?
That is exactly what I'm actually rolling.
I don't know, does a kobold... I mean, not like they've seen many. It can't be that hard to find one kobold in this town.
I have to do a roll-off real quick, because they tie.
That save, though.
Yeah. Oh no. This could be interesting. Also, I didn't get a picture for this kobold, and that makes me sad. He's a friend. I should have.
We all need to go online and see who can give you the better picture.
No, I got this. Okay. Mark's gonna go over. Hold on. Here we
When all else fails, use Kel as a threat. You would use Danika, but she doesn't look like one until she goes after you.
Yeah.
Which actually might be a funnier situation.
Keep it in the back pocket. Use it later.
go.
Yeah.
I have to use...
Threatening to use Danika, and they're like, she's just a woman.
Danika, fine, whatever.
Danika Smash.
Suddenly sword, purple eyes.
Well, the purple eyes are only when she's angry.
Well, if she searches long enough, she might get angry.
Yeah.
He definitely can't use Nate or Seraphina as a threat.
No.
Reveal yourself, or we will sick the adorable one on you.
Okay.
Believe
I
me,
have
she's
him now.
terrifying.
Apparently, she's scared like almost every member of the party.
Leo, she didn't so much scared, more of he just he was kind of scolded and yelled at.
Yeah.
And you didn't exactly scare Danica. She just saw that this would probably be an interesting conversation she wanted to sit down for.
So you you say that. What does want with Kurad?
What does want with us?
Is us to watch.
Uh-huh. By who?
One moment as I have to scroll for something. Let's see. Where was name mentioned?
He says name.
He might with persuasion. I just have to find the name so I know which name to say.
Mm.
You know what? Maybe it was in RP stuff. One moment. I don't remember person's name, and I cannot find it.
Oh dear. Well, I guess this thing's not giving us a name right now.
I'm gonna message you, Fox.
Oh dear.
Literally, he was hired by one Gibble Pump Crumble Stunt.
I did. Technically, there was also a sheet over that. If you would
Fuck,
like
there
that.
was. Ah.
If you need it.
Hold off for that for now. Just the one thing. Thank you. I don't know if I should tell you that. Conrad does not know if to tell.
Okay. Why watch?
Was asked to.
That doesn't help. Anyone else want to take a
Was it meant
crack?
to?
Take a crack at this, Seraphina. You're good at
Uh,
talking people's ears off until they finally admit things. He's not wrong.
No, she knows he's not wrong. Are you friendly?
Enough.
Do you know who we are?
Points at Leo and Kel. Those two.
So you're following them specifically?
He blinks and looks at Kel like, do you recognize this person?
No, just that one. Points at Leo.
Why?
That's two.
Why, can I get one day? One! Is that
Asked
so much to
to-
ask?
Were you asked to by someone tall? As she holds her hand up to, like, show tall height.
You see he's holding a staff, right?
Uh-huh.
He kind of puts the butt of it against the ground. it goes about a foot taller than him.
Uh-huh.
Everyone tall.
Oh, well, yes. But, points at Kel, him tall, or
Mm-mm.
points to Nate, him tall?
Points to Nate. Him tall.
Okay. Does he have pointy ears, or round one?
One second, I can help you out with that, Jay.
Uh-huh.
If that helps at all.
Murder.
That's concerning.
Leo has this look of
Pointy
like he
ears.
does not know who this person is.
What was the answer again? Sorry.
Pointy ears.
Okay, so... not human.
Nope.
Elf?
Nope.
Tilt's head?
Well, you have
Half
pointy
elf?
ears, Seraphina. I mean,
Nope.
Well... who has pointy ears, and... do you know what he is?
Nope.
Okay. Is it a he or is it a she?
He.
He?
I think. He.
Leo is
Sure.
trying to process this information, but he is feeling like I don't know if he would realize
Can I
at
have my
all.
worm back?
Your what?
My worm. As he kind of like snaps his fingers on the ground. Leo, roll me a perception check to see if you feel something.
Oh God!
This is gonna be
12?
gross.
Yeah, you would. You feel something like kind of squirming its way out off of your boot.
He just looks down.
See like this probably about a 2-inch long worm just kind of inching its way across the ground.
Is that how you were following us?
The hell did that get there?
But you don't have to crawl like that. He snaps and the worm just vanishes.
Okay.
Snaps his fingers again and you just see like this little like
Before
whitish gray worm on its shoulder now.
before I get more of a headache, can I go? Okay, can you take us to the person?
No,
Are they not here?
not in here.
Say what?
They're here.
They are here?
Huh?
Then why can we would like to talk to them.
No.
Why?
No.
But why?
Screw I say so.
Well, what if I told you to take us to him anyway?
Karad make you explode.
That doesn't sound very nice.
You know, she can do that too.
Yep.
Oops. Didn't want to open that.
Well,
I'm still
Ben?
tired. I'm gonna punch you in the face here in a minute.
been fun.
No.
Bye bye.
No.
He goes invisible.
For fuck's sake!
And you hear like rapid,
Jay.
like, huh?
I'm gonna cast the invisibility.
Okay.
I'm gonna see where he goes and start following.
You're about to see something even funnier.
Oh no. That panic, like, run.
Kind of. So, you see him shuffle off.
She's following very quickly.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, God! Please, please, why?
Because I said so.
Damn!
What'd you get?
I haven't rolled yet. Hold on. Just whining and complaining because I didn't. Wisdom sucks. Why do I do this to every artificer I've ever made so far? Like. 9!
Unfortunately, Leo does not have said spell.
And I can't give it to anybody else. It is
So you start
unfortunately.
following him?
Yes.
You see him shuffling off toward an alley.
Yeah, she's following.
Yeah, he's following after. I hope everyone else is.
Do you do it stealthily, or are you just following him nonchalantly?
She's just going.
Yeah, you just kind of see him go off into an alleyway.
Uh-huh.
And Seraphina,
Uh-huh.
you see him stop
Uh-huh.
in front of another figure
Uh-huh.
that the rest of you don't see. And you see them making motions with their hands. I'm going to send Aspire you the picture of the person you see.
Okay. I'm not gonna like this, am I?
And
I feel like he kind of looks at Seraphina as she's probably stopped at the end of the alley.
Huh.
You lose sight of him or something?
No. They're both here.
Hmm?
the figure that he stopped in front of and they're making motion with just stops and looks up and looks directly at you, Seraphina.
She just kind of waves.
I recommend not following us.
How about you just talk
And
to us?
they both vanish.
Oh, that's unfortunate. They are gone now.
Roll me a history check.
History.
Leo.
Oh, Leo?
Oh.
Because he heard the voice?
Uh-huh. Technically, I need to roll one for
What
somebody else.
is the history? What is your history? Your history is not great, but not terrible.
Yours is better than this other person's.
17.
Cool, and that's a -1 for Kel.
Oh no! Cal!
Kel forgets he heard a voice. Very strange. You see a little drool coming out of his mouth.
He heard a voice out of thin air and he's like, a ghost.
Oh no. You recognize the voice, Leo.
He's just gonna stare at the alley, blinking.
Been a while since you've heard his voice.
Good, good.
What?
Huh.
By the way, not human, not elf. He had horns? They were talking with their hands, so probably a sign language of some kind. Or something.
Yeah, if it's who I'm thinking of, he's also got wings too.
You know them?
Sadly.
Kel is just... Are you turned back and looking at them, Seraphina?
Uh-huh.
You just see drool like hanging off of Kel's chin. He's staring into the alley.
Oh, Kel. Who
Yeah, he used to pick on Cal back at the orphanage.
Oh. Hold up, Cal.
God damn it.
As he like just snaps out of it.
He was a bully?
Bully where?
Nah, he's gone now, Cal, don't worry.
Okay.
At least he's assuming, right, how Seraphina is now talking to them and not continuing to look down the alley.
Yeah, she did say, like, they're gone now.
And they just fucking disappeared.
Exactly.
Just went. And you would have actually seen him like snap his fingers, Seraphina, and just.
Let's just say he and I don't get along the greatest.
Also, since you know this one's name, I'm gonna go ahead and put his name first.
Do we need to be worried?
Most of the time we just end up in a few little quarrels. If anything, he probably just wants to, have a little fight later. Although he never
Define
wins.
little fight.
Cal broke his ribs once.
Ah!
Kel break many rib. Who ribbed Kel break this time?
So,
I threatened to
Should we
shoot him.
You threatened to shoot many people. Who?
Riley.
Oh! I broke his ribs. Just
nonchalantly.
listen, man. Leave Kel alone.
So, not worried about this?
No, really.
What is he, anyway?
Good question. I don't think anyone ever figured that out.
Good. Alright. Cool. I'm intrigued, and that is unfortunate because, yes. Anyways. So, not a massive problem, just an annoyance.
I do miss having the few fights with him. It was kind of nice.
I feel like I need to be worried about how you talk about this.
What?
Not hard to beat and fight.
No.
One big punch.
I'm assuming his little lizard friend is new.
They're all gone. They teleported
Does
away.
he know, like, put two and two together? Does he recognize who the lizard might have been?
Okay, with the 17 history check, hearing the voice, it would have sent like a kind of a ripple of memory collection through your head.
I know he had, like, a few kids that were with him.
You remember shortly before Riley left, there had been like a small little lizard boy that had been taken in and had like immediately taken a liking to Riley and like would not stop following him around.
No, he's not that new. I think I know who that is now. Didn't get much of a chance to know him, though.
Right.
Oh, your rivals.
You can call it that.
That's the easiest way to put it without being either... Anyways.
Yeah, Granny tended to separate us for a lot of reasons. Probably because usually when we saw each other, we fought.
Cats and dogs?
Basically.
That's... fine. Should we be worried why he's following you?
Nah.
Kind of looks at Nate and Danika like, I
mean, you've encountered him a couple of times, Liz. Yeah, well, a couple times since, you know, obviously leaving Granny's.
He hasn't seen him since leaving. He actually hasn't seen him
Fair.
since he left.
True. Yeah,
Because
never
he
mind.
left when Leo
I
was
take it
around
back.
like
Don't worry about
10.
Don't worry about it. That's fine.
Yeah, Danika
He's
has
just
this
a-
sheer look of just whatever.
He's just a coward. He'll poke his head out when he's ready to confront me, I guess.
Alright. So, what do we do now that we're no longer in the quest for Egg?
Oh, we still have that fort to go deal with.
True.
Lizard people?
Mm-hmm.
Lizard people.
Right, when do we head out for that?
We can go now. Although, we could probably stop by and return this thing. The underlines do not take.
That is probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure nobody else wastes their time.
Mm. Well, at least they'll know what the premise is. Doubt anyone else is going to be dumb enough to risk for this.
Unless he see things and never saw Egg.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to wonder as well. Makes another note. Also very high.
Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and return that to the
Yeah.
town hall place.
I can't. I'm just imagining what the woman will say when she sees his notes written on there.
Yeah.
You guys can go ahead and you guys return to the town hall area, and you walk up to the door, you unlock it and open it, and it's not as busy as it was the last time you were here.
Hmm.
You do see a couple people milling around, kind of like little groups looking through little folders that they've been handed and kind of talking over slight plans as far as the jobs.
Hmm.
And mind you, these are groups like maybe 3. Like, they're not big groups.
Yeah, he's gonna walk up to the counter then.
Hello. Are you turning in a contract for reward?
No more returning the egg contract that we decided not to do.
Oh, you met Doctor. You met with the doctor, I assume.
Mm-hmm. As he just holds it up for her to see.
Yeah, he came by yesterday to try and give one for a crack and egg, and I told him we do not send adventurers to the water plane.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend taking any more jobs from him.
He kept mentioning something about a Charles being angry. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. That's all you need to know. He's got something in a basement. You should probably keep an eye on that.
There's no basement in those homes over there.
Okay, then I don't know what it is, but it's big and it has a big yellow eye.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'll tuck this away somewhere nobody can accidentally put that back out there.
Mm-hmm. Good idea. Considering he said that he'll probably eat it after.
You hear her like pull something out, and you immediately start hearing like growling noises and like something ripped to shreds. Like, good shred. And you just hear like something slide shut.
Right. We're gonna go take care of the other one we took.
All right. The fort, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted to speak, somebody did make it back from there.
Probably wouldn't hurt to get some insight on what's going on.
For sure.
They're in the nursing wing, in the town hall. Here, next
Yeah.
door. Go in the main door. 2 doors down the hall on your right. Once you go in.
How did I get hair dye on my leg? Anyways.
You're gonna be finding hair dye in places you didn't even.
Well, I've only ever dyed my hair. I've never had to do the kids.
Mm.
So now I'm just like, I've got so much hair dye everywhere. But yeah, he definitely wants to see if there are others alive there, because that was another priority to look for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, she'll just nod, and if there's nothing else, she'll go and start helping. Another person has kind of walked up to the.
Yeah, we will head over to go talk to person then, or at least that's where he's gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you exit this part. You go to the main door of the town hall. You enter and you follow her directions. Start to go down the 2 doors to the right. It's closed when you approach it. Do you give a little knock, or do you just kind of push it open?
It's a town hall. He'd probably just open it.
Right, yeah, you just push it open, and the room is not very wide. It's about maybe 15 feet wide, but it's about 30 to 40 feet long. You got beds lined up on the sides, and you see like a nurse sitting at a desk. And as you open, oh hi, can I help you?
We were hoping to speak to the guy that got back from the fort.
Oh, the lieutenant. Yes, he's
And she'll point down towards the bed.
he's the one down there with his leg kind of propped up by the sling.
All right, thank you. We'll head over there.
Yeet.
And you head down there, and you see this like gruff-looking individual laying in the bed. You see like patched, like bandages and stuff like patched all over his upper torso, his arms. His leg is like bandaged, and it's like thickly bandaged. And you even see like pieces of metal like sticking out of the bandages, or it's like holding his leg completely straight, or at least his shin part. And he kind of turns to look at you, and you see his eyes like slightly swollen. I help you.
You've seen better days.
Tell me about it. What you want?
You wanna give us any insight of what's going on over there?
See, there's about 20 of my men still alive. Well, at least last count. My second in command was kind of shot down when we were leaving. Don't know if he survived.
Keep an eye out then when we're there.
Very much so. The towers of the fort have at least one person each manning them. There's 3 towers. I think a lot of them have moved on to other locations. About 10 total lizard people.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Well, that's what we thought. Until the big thing tore through.
Big thing?
Stood about 15 feet tall. Looked like a lizard person. but slightly swollen.
Maybe like a dragon, or no, they're usually not that tall, huh?
We're not sure what it was. Didn't breathe fire or spit anything at us. I said just looked like a giant swollen lizard person.
Nice.
There's a big gaping hole in the wall of the fort now. I'll have to repair that at some point.
Well, let's worry about clearing it out before we worry about repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You see him wince with pain every so often.
Anything else we should know before we head out?
Yeah. Watch out for the traps they didn't seem to trip.
I think that's gonna be your field, Nate.
Yes, because my track record with traps is just fantastic so far.
Well, I meant more, you'll either see them or you'll trip them. Either way, the rest of us will be fine.
Exactly.
Try and stick to the paths. You shouldn't encounter many that way. The biggest ones to watch out for are pitfalls.
Alright.
20-foot deep holes with spikes at the bottom.
Oh,
Oof. Maybe not a good idea to bring the animals with us then. Might be better to walk.
yeah.
If you want, I can come with, show you where. As he kind of like tries to turn his body.
No, you rest. We have an idea of where to go.
Alright, fine.
I'll see if we can get them all back for you.
Much appreciated. He'll look you all over. Mildred. See the nurse kind of look up.
Yes?
Get to my sword.
Hmm?
She'll
We-
come over holding like this. It's a long sword. It's kind of crudely wrapped in leather. This one? It's my only sword, so yeah.
We're
She'll-
well equipped.
You need that.
Why?
The captain's vault. You can't open it without.
Oh, it's a key.
He'll nod. The lock is changed every time a new lieutenant is named to safeguard the fort.
Hmm. We'll take it with us then.
Need to make sure nobody got into it.
Right?
Who carries the sword?
Well, what kind of sword is it, you said?
A long sword. It appears to be longsword length.
Hmm.
Like it's crudely wrapped in like a leather wrap, and it has like a strap where you like throw it over your shoulder
Okay.
type thing.
He could technically carry it, he just can't use it.
Gotcha.
So I think actually the only one who might be able to use this Danika and Kel, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, longswords are not up the alley of the other three, I don't think.
No, he can use simple and martial weapons, and that's not a
Yeah.
martial.
That longsword's war martial.
There.
Are they?
He.
Let me double check.
Yeah, simple and firearms are Seraphina.
Sorry, that's terrifying to think that Seraphina with a firearm.
Listen, she hasn't gone for a gun yet.
Leo can make her one. This does not help me. Google. Oh yeah, I guess it is a martial weapon, so technically he could use it.
That's
He's
one
just
thing
not
I
a
never
big
got. That's
hand-to-hand. Yeah, I'll hold on to it then, unless Danika wants it.
She already has her sword.
There.
Fair. Phil has his axe. Yeah. Take care. Now let me get some fucking sleep.
We'll be sure to bring you back a drink.
You better.
He looks at Nate. Should we give him one of our bottles?
Well, I suppose it's not a bad idea.
We bought 7.
We did, and I don't
What?
think that. Well, cat's out of the bag. Yeah, we got some alcohol. Would you like some?
Oh dear.
He's gonna pull out one of the whiskey bottles and just offer it to the guy. Like, here, you look like you need a drink.
Place it on the table.
He will do that.
You
Alright.
two were having a night. Apparently.
And we didn't even spend 100 gold.
Alright. That's impressive.
We got budget drunk, but also luxury food.
The worst part is Seraphina hears that and is like, "Oh, went on a date! It was a date!"
I know, I feel kind of bad because it kind of seems like it turned into that, didn't it?
Yeah, with what knowing where things were going to end up and hearing what was going on before, she's like looking back and forth between the two and like, okay, now I'm just confused.
Maybe they'll know. They'll figure it out. Oh my god, she's
He's
actually
right.
figuring. She's putting it together.
See? Nate knows some things. He doesn't always make the best decisions, but he knows.
Who
This is
in
where
this
you get
party
the-
actually makes
This
the
was
choices?
something Aspire and I talking about. This is the age difference between Leo and Nate right now going on because Nate's
Exactly.
like, no, women just know, and he's like, no, they won't. He hasn't learned yet.
Arrogance of youth.
He's gonna start heading out to the fort.
Seraphina just looks at Nate and goes, "You went on a date?"
He's walking ahead. Like, no. Is she saying this loud enough that they all hear this, or is she just whispering to
No,
Nate?
she's just quietly to Nate because after the conversation she had with him earlier, now wait, hold
Okay,
on.
important things I need to know.
Nate looks
Hmm?
very
Is this the current
confused.
formation we're walking?
Yes, we're
Nice.
walking.
No, I was like, are we currently in the formation we would be walking?
No,
Oh,
hold
I
on.
guess
No,
not.
I
Yeah.
think Leo's leading the way.
Something-
Does he have like a map for this as well?
Yes, that would have been given along with the.
Yeah, so he's probably
The
leading the
contract.
way, honestly, then.
Yeah, and it's essentially a basic, like crudely drawn map of like the area, like kind of marked where it is, because they don't want to show like too much of possible locations.
Hmm.
I
I doubt it's gonna be hard to find once they get to the area. It's not hard to miss a fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Especially since he said stick to the paths.
Yeah. Yeah, you exit like the northern part of the village. And like almost immediately, maybe a mile down the road, you start heading west.
Hmm. Aren't they having a conversation while we're walking?
Probably.
Yes. Yes. You went on a date? What? On a date?
See, He's gonna say no, but then you see him start thinking. And then, like, his eyes widen. And then he looks down and he just, like, he just, like, shrugs.
This
Of
makes
course
sense.
he's upset!
Does everyone hear that? Because I don't think that was quiet.
She tried to, but it probably, like, squeaked just a little bit.
What the hell is going on over there?
She just looks back over her shoulder.
Nate is still just shrugging. He's just like,
What are you? What's going on?
Men.
What did I do?
Not you!
I feel like Nate just dug his hole deeper.
By accident.
he didn't even do any digging. That just sort of happened.
She just put it together and he was like, oh wait, yeah, I guess it was.
He was like, yeah, exactly. He didn't even think. Like, I mean, considering where it went, then I guess that's technically true.
He's
What
gonna
happened? Here was the final destination.
He's just gonna stare back for a sec, but then he's just gonna be like, okay then, and just keep walking.
I'm just... You people are really fucking annoying, you know that?
Thank you, I try.
Right, which reminds me. Is there anyone here that doesn't know how to skin a rabbit?
Now you've seen me hunt before, I know how to do that.
It's me. I don't know how to skin a rabbit.
I also do not know how to.
Right.
Wouldn't mind some tips on the hunting, though. You seem to get quite a catch whenever you go out.
Someone's gonna make sure you people don't starve in the wilderness.
Listen, I tend to shoot things. I only get one thing. Unless I set traps out.
I believe they call it patience. Which one of these two over here do you want to teach how to skin a rabbit?
I guess we'll let them pick. Who would they prefer as a teacher?
Nate's just looking at Seraphina.
She's raising an eyebrow at him like, pick!
See, now his eyebrows are coming down. He's like, God.
Do you want the date you stood up or Danika?
The answer is Danika, but he knows it's the wrong answer. Seraphina is staring at him.
You broke it, you fix it!
He did break Leo a little bit, I'll be honest.
He didn't do anything of the sort.
Okay, maybe not intentionally, but he did. You know that whole, like, I had good intentions, and then other things happened. And so I said no. Yeah, that don't always compute with other people.
And then it was me. Dear.
She's going to make everybody talk to each other eventually.
So who do you pick? Who do you pick?
Why don't we all have a lesson together? He says
Yeah.
through gritted teeth, looking at Seraphina.
You're cheating.
He is cheating. That's exactly what he's doing.
You know what? I'll pick. Danika promised that she was going to teach me earlier.
Oh, did she?
She
How
did.
nice of her.
I don't exactly remember that specific wording, but it's a choice, I guess.
It's okay, Danika. I know she's lying. I accepted it.
It's not a lie. She said she was going to teach me.
Which is the correct statement.
No, it's great. You can teach her about the birds and the bees.
I...
He looks at you as you walk up.
If Nate's getting thrown under the bus, and so is she. They're both facing the consequences of their actions.
No.
To be completely honest, I saw that coming from a mile away.
I refuse. Player refuses to be, again, the person to explain to Drag's character the birds and the bees.
Wait, first of all, yes, I will teach you how to do that, and also I'm going to give you some tips on your stealth skills. And then he just looks back, the other two. Second, what did I miss that there was something about a birds and bees conversation?
She doesn't know, things?
That explains way more than it should.
It means what exactly?
I really don't want to ask this question. Do you know how babies are made?
There's Nate, all you'd see is he just face palms while he keeps walking.
Nate is just fucking grinning. He is extremely satisfied with how this has worked out.
She's gonna think for a moment, going like, all I know is there was a lot of screaming.
I mean, there can be, depending on the people and situation. What?
Now, during the making or during the baby showing up?
Technically
Shortly
both.
before the new small thing was around.
Technically both is possible, Seraphina.
I know that! Its context is important!
No, you're doing great. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
At least I'm not the one that stood someone up at the end of a date.
Leo looks back at you
Nate's just gonna shrug.
with this glare.
Listen.
Dates?
We'll talk about it later. It's fine.
That's another
That was
topic for
player.
another time,
was
Danika.
You know,
Why must you all be so fucking confusing?
Good question.
after he's done glaring at you, he's just going to start walking faster and more of a huff at the point. Like, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, sorry. It's annoyed
Well done,
at Nate.
Seraphina. That was great. Now Nate's gonna try and keep up with the speed walking.
You know, I'm just gonna point out, as you guys are having this conversation, Kel's just absentmindedly just walking. Like, imagine the song from Brother Bear just playing in someone's head as they're just walking.
Tell everybody.
No copyright. That's
Technically-
a Phil Collins song.
Technically,
Right.
technically, it is 100% fair use to cover a song. They can argue that
That
all
is-
they want,
that
but it
is
is
fair,
something you
actually.
can fight.
That is fair.
I don't want to fight the mouse. He's too strong.
Give it a few more years, the copyright will expire, and they cannot refresh it.
They're already in the middle of changing the copyright law for art, so
Yeah.
Woo!
they're actually updating it for once.
That's how they lost Pooh Bear. You can only keep a copyright for so long. Or whoever lost Pooh Bear.
Oh no,
It was
they're
just-
they're updating it because of the AI art conflict right now.
Uh,
So now they've
oh
had to
boy.
specify that it can only be man-made art that can be copyrighted, not
Ah.
AI art.
Everything AI is public domain.
Yep. So anybody can just
Hey.
take it and be like, "It's mine."
Put it on
So
a
we are
t-shirt.
telling many people we are going forth on our magical adventure.
Yes.
Leo has just gone quiet and is now angry walking.
Whoops.
Yeah, like I said, just figure you guys are just walking along. Are any other conversations had as you walk, or
Unless addressed, no.
fair enough?
Seraphina was going to address other things, but she's like, I made him angry. I'm gonna give him a minute.
Well, and what you start your addressing with the nuclear option.
Yeah.
she didn't mean it. She was just
Okay.
frustrated with Nate.
I will say,
Nate was escalating.
I will admit though, you guys would have noticed that he kind of cheered up a bit with the Riley situation. Now he's just mad again.
Yeah.
See,
Bye.
Seraphina broke him this time.
Listen, it was on
We're all taking
accident.
turns. Oh, it's okay when it's on accident for her.
No, it's more of she reminded him of why he was upset to begin with.
So it's technically not Seraphina's fault. It's
No,
still
like-
Nate.
Come on. That is mental gymnastics.
Right, I temporarily hate this dude.
But yeah, you guys are continuing, and eventually you do come to a crossroad in the paths.
I look at the
Oh.
map.
And it tells you to turn right. But you do notice that the left path does end up curving around and going to one of the other entrances of the fort. Just the closest direction to the fort is the right path.
Looks like we could either go, what I'm assuming is the front is that way, or we can maybe get around the back.
Hmm.
Checking around the back is probably not a bad idea.
And the alternative entrance, a little bit of a longer walk, but it might be. They might not be guarding that as much. Or they expect it. We'll have to find out. He's assuming it's either leading to like a side or a back entrance.
Yeah. So you guys go left?
Yeah, go left.
Okay. And you guys go ahead and turn left, and you begin making your way down the path, and you notice it's slightly overgrown. You assume and not often used.
I wonder if this is where a lot of the traps are gonna be.
Good point.
We should probably all start watching out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on
Seems
it.
like a plan.
I mean,
Yep.
if it's overgrown, it's easier to hide them. Especially with the pitfalls that you warned us about.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the investigations if you guys are looking. Trapperoonies.
Investigation.
Yeah, they have. Now it's in my head.
You're
Fuck.
welcome.
I have gone so incredibly amazing at this. I have seen them all.
Aw, they matched.
Shut up!
fine. I've seen where all the traps are in my head.
Perfect. That's where you need to see them. That's all that matters.
Yep.
You know the mental
they're
pitfalls.
in the lead, I guess.
Go with the 20, you're able to sidestep some of the easier to see paths, and you do see the ground slightly giving away at places. And you're able to avoid those and move everybody else out the way. However, you do see like a thicker, not really thicker, a smaller branch from a tree, kind of like snap off a tree. It looks like it kind of just sagging, and you see it hit this one indent in the ground, and the ground just gives way.
Wait, what?
Like you see, as far as like a dead piece of tree or something, just fall
Oh,
off the
okay.
tree.
I
And
was
it, like
like,
goes. Yeah, no.
no, did we have to
with
make
it-
saves and stuff? That's what I
No,
was.
no,
Okay.
no. It was like off to the side. You see this, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think Leo's just telling everybody just to stay behind them, follow their lead type of thing.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys continue walking. You're able to help everybody avoid the traps.
Continue towards the fort then.
Yes, the back door.
Yeah. Back door.
Also, I presume we're going around some kind of like perimeter wall.
Not yet.
Okay.
The path does kind of curve itself, just or like around. So you don't really see like the walls of the fort yet.
Okay. That makes sense.
However, shortly you end up wood. You would see like the darker wood, and you see like the thick rope that's used to like kind of sturdy it as it was stuck in the ground, and it's all tied together and largely connected.
Whenever he spots it, that's probably when he's gonna start stealthing, because there was towers mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Which you would see at least one of them, and it is on the side of the wall. So everybody go ahead and roll me stealth checks.
Seraphina, how's your stealth? I forget.
Shite.
Uh-oh.
That's
Oh,
not good. I don't like the sound of that.
Oh no. God damn it.
You know what the good thing is?
Mm.
It's group stealth.
Good.
Believe it still has to be at least 3 high, but yeah, at least has to be high enough.
You all begin stealthing, and Danika, you do like kind of brush against something, and something starts to fall. Seraphina, it's lower on the ground. You're able to just kind of like stick your arm out and like stop it from hitting a bunch of pile of like dried leaves. It's like a stick. So you would just go like, you just kind of stick your arm out and just stop it. And you like lower it to the ground lightly. Everybody just continues on, and you're able to get to the wall without being seen. Once you're like up against the wall, it's going to be very difficult for them like to see down, because it would require them to directly look over the edge straight down if they wanted to try and see you.
Yeah, he's still gonna keep an eye on that, because that's actually not unusual for people to do. Once in a while.
Get it fixed. Okay.
Hello. Welcome to the dark side. We ran out of
So
cookies.
you get to the wall, and you're looking, or you kind of, I'm assuming you're like looking for an entrance slightly. Not hard to do. I'm not gonna make you guys roll anything. You actually see, as far as like what looks like was a door at one point, kind of like broken off of it, and so you see an opening into the fort. if you were to glance in, again, not gonna make you roll. You do see about maybe 5 lizard people just kind of maintaining the area, just kind of looking around. Which I'm going to open up map bag and start looking here real quick. As I bring out True Whistle Farm for the fort. I'm just kidding.
Well, shit.
Ah, joke's on you. Seraphina was in on this the entire time.
Ba-da-ba.
That sounds so distant.
What?
You sound. Oh. Oh. Don't mind me if my Discord just for some reason thought to reset you again.
Well,
At like 20.
my mic did break with my mic and Discord did disagree, so I.
Hmm.
Do we
Discord's just-
find the entrance you said?
Yes, I'm currently looking for the fort map that I had thought I relabeled.
Ah. Would you like me to move tokens while you look for that?
Yes, please.
You just kind of move people off to the side for you.
Yeah, as I... Where the fuck did it go? Because I had one I thought relabeled. No spider temples. We don't need that one.
You sure?
I mean, do you want the spider temple?
No.
Okay, then.
Or guard that was still sitting upside down over there.
Oh, yeah. No, he can stay there. It's fine.
I will look back here in the void with my special eyes and tell you it's here. I don't know.
Fun fact, you're actually fairly close to poking 2 tokens. Riley and Cruad.
Oh, see, intuition. There's a story there.
You know.
Depends on how much people want to poke for that story.
Oh,
If people want to poke for that story. After everything else has been said and broken.
It might, yeah. Well, it also
Shit.
depends on interactions too.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I get this strange feeling that we might still be being followed and they're just not paying attention because he's just like, oh well, fuck it, he'll show himself when he's ready.
Yeah.
No, this will work. Or not slightly, thank you, stupid fucking WebP file thing. Objects, components.
Kyle's theme really does
No.
go with everything. Never forget that.
Actually, would it be boards? Custom board.
I will be right back in the meantime.
Okay. I have no snacks. Well, I have snacks, but I don't want to open a snack.
Snick.
Well, I have cheese Doritos, which I inherit in this house because I'm the only one in this house that enjoys them. And I have an unopened bag of Werther's Originals because I'm
Hey.
secretly an 80-year-old at heart.
Might be a little big there. Ooh, put you over
Never
there
picking
instead.
Well, that's the only way to get the squares decent. Also, why is it already locked? I didn't say locked. Move it down to about here. That way I can spread it out slightly. And let's see. I want to just grab
Oh,
Kel's
that's so
token real
weird.
quick. What?
I don't know why, but like half the numbers disappear on me when I do certain angles. It's so weird.
Oh, you mean the ones written? Oh God, it does.
That might, I don't know if that has to do with the board or it's just being wonky in that position. Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
Don't zoom
Just
in
like
too
me.
close. And certain angles. Yeah, it's weird.
So strange. Anyway,
Whoa. Okay.
I'll go ahead and lock this now. That way I can then scale that.
Doesn't like you looking straight down at it.
Nope, I didn't want to take that.
Oh, I guess we make our tokens tiny.
I can make the map bigger.
I don't think it makes a difference. I'm going to, for the sake of this, because this can only get so small, just
Yeah.
next to him, I guess.
Fair. Yeah, there you
Or
go.
would, if he uses her, he'll... Because she could do things on her own as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I'd say, actually,
I'm-
me.
Okay, I made myself too tiny. Wait, come on.
No,
Yeah,
Seraphina was really big.
Yeah, I need to. Let's see.
Okay.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I want to move you guys again because you guys will be back
Yeah.
here. That way you can see outward slightly.
Hmm. We can just move our tokens just so that if you want them down, yeah. Move us onto squares rather than trying to match us up with squares.
When times are difficult, we must Jenga.
Alright. So what do we see when we open said door or go in or whatever we
Well-
find back here?
Like I said, the door is like slightly off whatever sort of hinges would be there if there was still connected. Right, I did. Where the fuck are the lizard people again? I had those tokens set aside. So I just wanted to duplicate them. Where's the bag? Underworld, Seraphina home, Leo home, Soviet school, Serial Killer City. Swamp tokens, there we go. Actually, I'm going to. Okay, so give me one moment. There's a dead body somewhere. Actually, it's probably multiple. This is what you see. It's this big. Worry about it.
Huh?
Actually, funny enough, I might actually keep one about that size.
He said there was one big one at one point.
Mhm.
At least the guy did.
Yeah. But for right now, copy. Shit, I need to do this. Boom, boom. 1, 2.
Do we know 3 or each in a tower
3.
or one in a tower?
4,
Mhm.
5. Tower. I say one is
I think that's these, yeah.
here. Here. Yeah. And you don't see these ones, but let's see, 1, 2. They're like inside the building, so you don't see them. Just as a marker of where they might be. Yeah, that's what you see. No other people, just them.
So how do we want to handle this?
Oh, we're
here for the people, right? And we're going to try and run them out?
Well, to run them out, we're gonna have to fight them, probably.
That's unfortunate.
Well, if you would like to try diplomacy, that goes really well.
Not sure I speak lizard.
Well, depends if they... what they speak. Actually, would he know if they speak? Because I believe they speak Draconic, don't they?
One moment, actually. That's a good question.
Because the lizards are like the ones that work under Dragonborn and often work for dragons.
Ow!
Careful.
So if I recall, they speak Draconic.
They do.
Yeah. I mean, they speak either Common or Draconic, one of the two, I would assume.
If they speak common, we might as well talk to them.
Well, worst case, we're gonna either have to fight them anyways, or maybe they'll actually listen. But they did kind of shoot somebody who tried to leave, so...
We can at least find out what they're doing here.
Well, maybe they'll actually talk to us if we speak their language.
But what are we going to say? What's our story?
Well, we can try honesty. We're here to make sure that the people are okay.
I
We
heard
want to make
that!
them none. What?
I heard like a smack noise. Did somebody just facepalm?
Wasn't me.
I don't think so.
Else.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm sure this is fine.
It would have been an appropriate moment.
It was like the
It would've
perfect
been.
timing of her saying that, and all of a sudden I heard.
Yeah, no face palm yet from the DM.
What have we got to lose, I guess?
Or we could tell them something that would actually make them want to let us go and see the prisoners.
What would that be?
Well, unless they're eating them, generally people keep prisoners for ransom. We could say, we're here to deliver them the ransom if they can show us the prisoners.
We have to know what the ransom is. Maybe we just try to explain we're negotiating with them first and see if they give us a ransom.
And then once they give us the ransom, we ask to see the prisoners to make sure that everything is in a good order. That makes sense to me.
The question is, do we all go in, or do you want to stay hidden and get ready to help if it goes south?
Probably best if only those of us who can talk our way out of it go in for now.
I never said I could talk my way out of it. I just said that I can speak their language.
We will also need at least one person who speaks their
Son
language.
of,
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
Leo also speaks it.
Son of a bitch.
Huh? I can't see anything because remember this covers it.
Right. I
Oh.
found the fort.
Oh.
I had already set it aside, apparently.
Yeah. Alright. And you kind of look to see who looks like they might be maybe the leading one?
I will say you don't see anybody like giving orders. And they all look fairly similarly dressed.
Alright, first thing we need to ask is if there is a leader here that is willing to talk to us.
Alright.
The nice thing is, these guys stay hidden. There's a chance for them to get a surprise round if they get aggressive with them.
Yeah. Moment as I... 1,
I think Leo is just because there's no easy way to just like approach something, so he's probably going to start with the simple thing of cautiously walking in with like his hands up to show he's not armed type of thing.
No.
Okay. Damn it, there we go. Try not to label these real quick, because something might happen.
I'm worried now.
I wouldn't be.
Well, you know, there's always the chance that this could work. Now, I don't know where everybody stealths into, but...
Is Nate coming with us?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just showing himself? Okay.
Is Nate stealthing, or is he coming with the negotiation party?
He's coming with the negotiation party.
Well, you better hope they
He's
speak
ready to
common,
go.
because he's not translating for you.
Nate has a +9 persuasion if they speak common.
You'll know
He's,
something
Is
funny.
this like a...
He's
Is there a
making a bet
space to
here.
like crouch down behind here?
Yeah, these steps like go up at an angle, so you'd be able to like crouch behind them.
Also, Nate does not trust Seraphina to come up with good excuses for things and lies.
You
I mean,
won't
you
understand what
remember
we're
happened at the
saying.
college?
To be fair, you won't understand what we're saying, so good luck with that.
We can take it aside. We'll see.
So,
We'll see how it goes.
so you guys approach with your hands up to show you're not armed.
Ah.
Okay, Nate too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd probably
You
stop
approach.
there, but just kind of see how they react first.
The one here hears you. The one here, number 6, hears you approaching and turns and looks and just raises a club. Which the two that understand Draconic. Intruders!
No, not intruders. We're here to talk.
This one kind of steps forward. Dinner.
In Draconic. She's talking in Draconic.
What'd you say?
Number 4 here says dinner.
I
Not
think
very
that's
tasty.
Seraphina, shut up. That's not a
See,
comment
Nate
you
understood
make.
that.
4 is staring directly
Yeah. Now,
at the smallest.
let's not be hasty here. Can we discuss maybe a deal?
Deal. As this one kind of approaches, you see it just kind of sniffing the air.
Why did you take this place over?
Food supply. Which,
Oh.
Nate, you're at a good angle to see something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A big creature, like, kind of curled up asleep up here.
That is a big creature.
You big boy.
Do you eat?
Actually, that's not big enough.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep talking then. Okay. Do you eat us, like people?
Prisoners tasty.
Oh dear.
What is it, Seraphina? What did he say?
I don't think I should tell you.
What does that mean?
So you're here because you guys wanted food. Got it.
It kind of looks like it licks its lips.
Is there any way we can help you get better food without eating the prisoners?
It motions back with his club to over here, which you guys don't have a clear vision of. But it does. besides food? First pick.
Would that... He can't see it, but he'd be like, would they be willing to speak with us, or would they... Are you just wanting to fight us?
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh dear.
At this point, he is not sure that they will talk if that one has made a decision.
Yeah.
I'm not terrible with disadvantage. Persuasion, you said? That's performance at persuasion. It will be a 17, even with disadvantage, because I rolled high. Yay.
You try talk. Talk no good. We eat.
He kind of glances at Seraphina.
I'll just
She,
step to the
she glances
side.
at him like, I'm not saying anything.
They'll just step to the side.
He just gives this, like, Nate, all you see is him just look back at the lizard with this look of, like, it's up to me, fuck.
Because she has okay persuasion, but not great.
If it lets him, he will start walking over that way. Yeah. That's...
Follow.
He probably kind of just, like, gets here and stops.
Oh,
As you see,
Oh, no.
massive, curled up, like,
Oh.
lizard person.
Oh, your friend's very, large.
Eater.
Your leader, huh? Oh, this is gonna go interesting.
Well, it's fine.
He nervously laughs and starts walking forward. Nate understands that.
yeah.
Oh, how do we nicely wake it up? He'll look at the lizards. Wake him up.
You do this. And he approaches and has like a big pole like right here. He just grabs it and just jabs him.
Oh.
Ah!
He's not gonna wake up.
Nope.
As it kind of just unfurls and just stands, and you hear like the creaking and cracking of the wood below him as it just stands and just looks outward.
So, when I say I feel small, how are you feeling right now? Because
Oh,
I feel tiny.
neutral. Excuse me. I don't mean to disturb your slumber. I was wondering if we could talk about maybe handling the situation to where you won't be eating people but still get food.
Want for food. And I will say, this one speaks in broken Draconic. Like, it's... You can tell the Draconic's there, but something else is there. You can't tell what it is, though. Actually, give me an intelligence check.
Can I join that, please?
Yeah.
Yay.
Just straight intelligence.
21.
14.
It has Draconic, yes. But some of the words that slip through. Does anybody speak Abyssal?
Nope.
No. Yes.
Whoa!
And you understand everything he says.
Oh dear.
But it does take a second.
I forgot he
like I
spoke
said,
Abyssal for whatever. I
you-
forget why, but there is a reason why.
It's Tiamato's.
Oh, that's right.
I think. I'm like 90% sure.
The languages he
that
learned
might
had to either do with
be it.
her or Kel, if I remember right.
That was the Drow sign language.
Yeah, he also
Kel.
knows Orcish.
True.
Because he
Yeah.
taught Kel that.
Yeah, Kel knows Orc, Giant, Drow sign language, and Common.
And
Very
then
broken
Elven
Common.
is obvious because mom.
So at first your mind doesn't like catch it fully, but then it begins to. So it sounds like broken Draconic, and you're not able to quite catch it at first.
Mhm.
And then Fruits Ghost Hunting Ground.
Scarce in the hunting ground. And actually, you know what? Jay, because he rolled so high, can he kind of do the same thing since he knows both languages?
You can certainly try.
Hmm.
So yeah, the other two there, Seraphina,
Uh-huh.
you hear the Draconic when Leo will speak, but you also hear another language slip in every so often on words, and it throws you off.
Shh.
Just kind of gives Leo a look of, huh?
There's whatever they're saying, they're speaking the same thing.
Yeah, like she's not like she's curious. It's not necessarily a bad huh. It's a what? What are you doing? I want to know what you're doing.
What happened to the hunting ground?
Underground. Bill out to swamp. Creatures come from ground. Tear apart.
We don't want to have to fight you, so is there anything we can do to help instead? Maybe so you can go home?
So
He's trying to kind of do a mutual agreement of what if we helped you deal with this problem type of thing versus fighting
Roll
you.
roll me a straight persuasion check.
Oh, come on, Day. Relax.
Can I give guidance? Wait, do I have guidance? Hold on. I do!
You have it prepped is the question more than anything.
It's a cantrip. It's always prepped. I give guidance unless the DM snaps me.
What does the guidance
Go ahead.
do?
A
Add a
D4.
D4.
I don't think that's gonna make much of a difference, just so you know. But I'll roll it anyways. And yeah, I don't think an 8's gonna do much here.
Oh no.
He only has like a +2 to his persuasion.
As you are talking to it, it seems to slightly lighten its temperament.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice something as it begins to. Its nostrils flare, and you almost feel like a smoke kind of slip out of the nostrils. And its eyes just glaze over black.
Leo?
And Leo, only you understand this.
Oh, good.
It's no longer broken, draconic, and abyssal. It is now purely abyssal.
Uh-huh.
You will not send them back.
Why not?
They are my slaves now. I will spread the influence across your planet.
Gonna kind of just mumble to the other two in common.
Mhm.
Possessed by something, it's not gonna listen.
Oh, crap.
And unfortunately, I don't think they are gonna listen as long as that thing's possessed. As he looks at the lizards around him.
Well,
Try not to kill him, maybe, at least.
if something goes down, I can make sure they don't die.
Oops. You see this thing kind of like reach down and just grab like this. You can tell it's going to use it as a club. Or probably uses it as a club. It is legitimately like a branch that has just had the other pieces of it ripped off. As it just stands gripping it. Go ahead and roll initiative. We'll get to the combat next time.
Oh. Sag. He gets advantage on initiative. Yay, feats.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, good. There's so much conversation time
Yeah.
that got wasted. So sad.
I don't want anybody paying attention to the,
No, I've been
other
paying attention
thing.
to that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think all he'll say is, alright, I guess if we don't have a choice, it is just get ready to draw his gun.
And I would. What is Seraphina's initiative?
It's a 12.
You have a thing over here to Tourette.
Oh! I forgot. Haha. Thought we'd do that. Hang now. What wonder? Wait, where?
Over there.
Oh.
Over there. I will have to message you things, Jay, because I have questions and concerns about something else.
Okay.
The only thing he could think to do is attempt to knock it out and see what we could do about this little possession issue.
Yeah.
Fair.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to knock all of them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, he doesn't want to just outright kill these things if they're here because they were forced away from their home.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to actually reset this.
He actually kind of feels bad. Yeah.
They are just flipped, actually, because Kel would also not kill them without Leo telling him to kill them.
There. This is gonna be an interesting little fight.
Yes, it will be.
I need to figure out, actually, Leo might start with the gun, but if they seem weak enough, he'll use the sword. Because you can't, unfortunately, gun does not let you do a non-lethal damage as easily unless he gets up close anyway, so...
Yeah, gun does not allow for the,
Well, he does have, like, a backhand thing he can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, either way, he has to get up close and personal, so he might as well use the sword at that point.
Yeah, fair.
And it would do more damage for possible knockout anyways, if he did.
Mhm.
He also has his dad's rapier and the special dagger that he never uses.
Ooh,
You know?
fancy.
Which I don't know if the rapier has any special qualities. We never did get that information. So
Right, I'll have to double check as far as if I wrote anything down for that.
yeah, let me know, because if it was like an attunement thing or anything like that, he did not attune to it, and that will need to be knowledge I need.
Gotcha.
Alright. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, my players and stuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be interesting. It's fine. Don't
Be-
worry. That's
Immediate combat.
Immediate combat.
Immediate.
I do
We
have
tried.
to ask if he's at least, with how much he was like sitting down and stuff, did he at least technically get enough rest to get rid of the exhaustion? Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure before he like got into a combat,
fair.
because I had erased it off of there, but then I was like, I should probably ask that first.
No, fair.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
stream.
Bye, stream. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Appreciate all the lurkers.
Indeed.